Answering your call is Fedor Poriadnich, from the barony of 3 mountains in Antir. He bears the golden torque, the mountain's pride, the baron's favor, and the baroness's favor, and is the premier of the heart of 3 mountains. He is twice awarded arms. From Artemisia he bears the golden griffin's talon, the iron talon of 1,000 eyes, a quadlibet, and is a defender of the citadel. He appears before you cleansed in body and soul, having spent the evening in quiet contemplation and receiving counsel. He is escorted by his inspiration and wife, Lady Belka, and supported by the many members of the House of Broken Rock. He comes free of duty and obligation, ready to serve the crown and kingdom of Artemisia.
Fedor, at our crown tourney, at the selection of our heirs, Yuri and Samaya, we sent you on vigil to contemplate whether you would join the Right Noble Order of the Chivalry. And today we ask you, is it still your intent to join the Order of Chivalry?
It is.
And we ask you at this time, how do you wish to enter the Order of Chivalry?
Through the path of knighthood.
Very well.
Their Majesties would call forward now all members of the Order of the Chivalry.
But you can make it. It's a long walk. I'm a little tired now.
Excuse me. Is this okay, Your Highness? Of course. You just shift me where you need me to be, please. They're all too tall. Yes.
Is there a royal peer who would speak for this man?
Your Majesties, Excellencies, nobles all, I am Basil, the first Artemisian Duke, and I do come before you to speak on behalf of the man kneeling there. To be a royal peer means a lot of service, a lot of care and love for the kingdom. This man knows what it is to take care of those less than himself and those greater than himself. He is ever vigilant to see where he may help. Your Majesties, this man is very noble and should be in our order.
Is there a Master of Defense who would speak for this man?
Your Majesties. Your Majesties, I, Timur, 4th Master of Defense of the Kingdom of Artemisia, do have words of this man. This man came to our kingdom as a visitor at first, him and his inspiration. They came forward, and at that moment, whether or not he was living here or not, he was truly an Artemisian. As time progressed, he has grown. He has grown to this great warrior, seeker of knowledge, and pillar of our kingdom. Your Majesty, as a Master of Defense, I fully endorse this candidate.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican that would speak for this man?
Your Majesties, I am Bartholomew Hightower, the Master of the Order of the Pelican. I have seen this man since he came here. I have seen him give service to his household, and I have seen him in his travels and his quests give service where none is expected, aiding those that have need of aid. Your Majesties, there is none more qualified in my eyes as a pelican than this man before you, and I beg you to bring him into the Order of the Chivalry, where he may stand with his brothers.
Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel that will speak for this man?
Majesties, I am Conrad von Krickson, Master of the Laurel. It is my pleasure to speak on this gentleman's behalf today. Lord Fedor is the promoter and supporter of the arts and sciences of this kingdom. Upon his elevation today, we know that he will continue to do his very best to make things beautiful.
Fedor, I am Mistress Cortland. I don't get to say that very often, so thank you very much for allowing me that honor. I know that you will keep striving to be the best knight that you can be. I know in time you will be welcome into the order that I also belong to as a pelican. And I have no doubts that one day you will join me as my brother in the Order of the Laurel. As I told you last night in your vigil, you inspire me. You inspire me and you bring back the faith that I once had in the SCA. And you make me remember what it was like when we were young and we were excited and we just loved this thing that we all do here. And I just hope that your journey will be wonderful, and that you always remember that you will be the example for all of these ladies and gentlemen that sit around you. And as Laurel, I also endorse this candidate, Majesties.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Mistress.
Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry that will speak for this man?
Majesties, I am Marcello, Knight of Artemisia, and as Fedor was my squire, I will speak for the chivalry. I have thought long on what I would say about him. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit an opal mine in your great kingdom. And when you're mining for opals, there are many rocks that you must sift through. Some rocks need a lot of work. You have to clean them, you have to break them to find that gem within them. And not every rock has a gem in it. And sometimes when you're looking through those rocks, you find an opal that doesn't need any work. When I met Fedor, it was such a moment. I could see the great knight in him just waiting to shine. I would ask, I would beg on the behalf of the order to admit this man to our company.
Fedor, we hear these words from our peers, and we are delighted with what they have brought to us. It confirms what we have already seen in you. It is our great pleasure to add you to this order this day.
A knight needs raiment equal to his station. Is there a chain?
There is a chain, Your Majesty. This chain is the chain that I was knighted with, and before me, it was placed on my knight, Duke Sir Conrad, when he was made first knight of Artemisia.
We will pass this chain around to you soon-to-be brothers, so that they may bestow upon it all their best wishes for your future.
Is there a belt?
There is, Your Majesty. I'm proud to have made this pilgrimage and bring this from Duke William Fitzhugh de Cambria, called Camric, known in the SCA as Green Shield.
Thank you, Your Grace. And on behalf of His Grace as well, our great thanks.
Are there spurs?
Your Majesties, there are spurs placed on my heels at my knighting. I donate these freely and happily, embellished by Sir Joel as well.
Is there a sword?
Your Majesties, this is the first sword I bore into battle. It has seen many battles. This sword was borne by my first knight, Raphael the Rogue, in the Kingdom of Antir, where it saw much more. I present this to you and remind you, you must do what you swear.
I heard some of that last night after I went to bed.
We did it all.
To our order of chivalry, the time has come. We'd ask you to gird this man.
This gown is given withal, that ye may know the sum of all. Fail not more your blood to give, in serving crown while ye live. And fair kingdom to fortify, that by no man it go awry. For all these deeds nice are meet, if they to God would make them sweet. The scarlet gown betoken this. This simple belt doth mean that thou shalt
There.
Where's Les?
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Stand up. Rise, please.
This simple belt doth mean that thou thy flesh shall hold all clean, thy reins and all the body of thee, and hold it ever steadfastly. Yea, even as in virginhood, thy body to hold clean and good, and lechery to blame and ban, for ever loveth knightly man. For hold his body free from strain, lest he be shamed and honor wane, for unclean things are hated well. Even as swift and speedily as ye would wish thine horse should be, and of good will to run aright, when ye with spurs his sides do smite, that swiftly he may wend all wise, and here and there as ye devise. These spurs betoken without doubt guilt as they be all about, that ever heart should be in you to serve your crown your life days through. For even thus doth every knight that love kingdom in heart aright, and serve all with heart full dear. Sir, 'tis a guard to hand against onslaught of the fiend to bear, even as now thou see to hear, two-edged blade doth learn thee lore, how a good knight should evermore have blended right and loyalty, which is to say it seemeth me, to guard the poor folk of the land against the rich man's heavy hand, and feeble people to uphold against the shaming of the strong and bold. This then is mercy's work to wit.
I have personally been witness to your deeds, to your kindness, to your service. It gives me great pleasure to be able to do this for you.
This chain of short but noted lineage has been passed around the Order of Chivalry, your brothers and sisters, that they may give it their best wishes for your success going forward. At this time, we place this on the sword of state and hear your oath. Fedor, behold King's justice. This is the outward symbol of our temporal power in these lands. It has been used to witness great acts of honor, and it has been used to dispense justice in our name. And today, it shall be used to hear your oath as a knight and as a peer. Place your hands on the sword of state and render us your oath.
Your Majesty,
Your Majesties,
that you may know my intent,
that you may know my intent,
hear my solemn oath,
hear my solemn oath,
as your faithful servant.
as your faithful servant.
I, Fedor Poriadnich,
I, Fedor Poriadnich,
do vow to grow
do vow to grow
in prowess, wisdom, and compassion,
in prowess, wisdom, and compassion,
that I might better protect the crown
that I might better protect the crown
and serve the people.
and serve its people.
I will strive to maintain order,
I will strive to maintain order,
to fight injustice,
to fight injustice,
to speak truth always,
to speak truth always,
to protect the innocent,
to protect the innocent,
and reserve wrath for the wicked.
and reserve wrath for the wicked,
Endure all strife with faith,
to endure all strife with faith,
to bear advice and criticism
to bear advice and criticism
with grace and humility.
with grace and humility.
I vow to live and die
I vow to live and to die
by the principles of virtue,
by the principles of virtue,
and to safeguard the dream
and safeguard the dream
for the welfare of all.
for the welfare of all.
These words, to
these words I am bound.
To these words I am bound.
Then do we, Sean,
And we, Sigrid,
hear these words and do accept your oath, and do for our part swear to continue to foster your growth, to protect you and your household, to serve you as crown as we may. These things we swear until these crowns shall pass from our hand, death take us, or the world comes to an end. And with your oath, we place upon you the chain of a knight. Let it always be a reminder that this circle shall be unbroken, as your oath of fealty to the crown and the crown in return.
That covers the question.
And we all back up.
Fedor, this day we recognize you tonight. Your journey has been long and difficult to this path, and long and difficult it shall remain for the rest of your life. And as a reminder, we give you this buffet, and we would ask that you let this be the last blow you receive unanswered.
Good gentle, I present to you now, Sir Fedor, the newest knight!
There's a scroll.
John, Kronager, och Sigrid, drottning, rises thine up till Fedor, Adheim Dagshad, han vekter, Semreda Rikis Artemisia, han Veruger, Streismazer, God's help us sola.
King Sean and Queen Sigrid raised this stone to Fedor in celebration of the day he was recognized as a knight of the Kingdom of Artemisia. He is a worthy warrior. God save his soul.
Sir Fedor, we would ask you now to be greeted by your order.
For the newest knight of the Kingdom of Artemisia, vivat! 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 Vivat!
Once came a warrior, fresh from the field, kneeling before his king he came. When he had risen, he was a knight, and his oath unto his king he gave. I was born on this field, I was raised in the wars, and one day you made me a knight. Though one day my sword may grow rusted and old, I will live by my oath till I die. Great grew the knight, and his fame it did spread, and he ne'er before his foe would yield. Though great were the numbers, he ne'er met defeat, and he sang this song behind his shield. I was born on the list field, I was raised in the wars, and one day they did make me a knight. Though one day my sword may grow rusted and dull, I will live by my oath till I die. Through the night and retired to a farm, said his king, no more he will be called. With honor and duty this knight served me well, and so unto his king he sang this song. I was born on this field, I was raised in the war, and one day they did make me a knight. Though some say my sword has grown rusted and old, I will live by my oath till I die. War stopped the country and the king was in flight. His knights, they could not win the day. Went on to the field, ran an old aged knight. As he charged the lines, they heard him say, I was born on this field, I was raised in the wars, and one day they did make me a knight. Though one day your swords may grow rusted and old, you will live by your oaths till you die.
Then the knights rallied and they slayed all their foes. They began to count the hurt and dead. They found the old knight there encircled by slain foes. And these last words unto his king he said,
I was born on this field, I was raised in the wars, and one day you did make me a knight. Though it seems my sword has grown rusted and old, I have lived by my oath till I die.
Rock!
Rock, rock!
Rock, rock!
Drafted!
Herein closes the court of the... Oh, herein recesses the court of the Royal Majesties Sean and Sigurd. You have their Majesties leave to enjoy the events of the day. What the mighty warriors of the barony of Loch Sullen